In this video, I want to take you through the process of solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Right. In some cases, there are some cases where we can't factorize this left-hand side. I posted a video on solving quadratic equations using the factorization method, but in this case, we can't easily apply it here because we can't easily factorize the left-hand side. So what we have to do is we have to use the formula. So the first thing is to write the formula. This is the quadratic formula. If you want to know, or if you want to derive this one, you can check with my videos. I have posted something on how to derive this formula. So in this video, I won't show you how to derive this formula. I will just use this formula. Right. The formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant or the coefficient of x to the 0. Right. So the next step after writing the formula like this is to state the values of a, b, and c. So in this case, our a is the coefficient of x squared, which is 2. Our b is the coefficient of x, which is minus 7. Be careful here. Take the number and its sign. That's the value of b. So the value of c is now minus 11, the constant. So we can write this. A is 2, b is minus 7, and c is equals to minus 11. Right. The next thing is to rewrite this formula as it is, but wherever we have a letter of alphabet, we are going to put brackets only for a start. So we are going to write this formula as it is, but without writing a, b, and c, we will just put the brackets for a, b, and c like this. It's minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Right. Then the next thing is now to substitute these values into the formula. We are saying wherever we have got a b in this formula, we are going to write minus 7 since b is equals to minus 7. So we are saying it's minus 7 plus or minus the square root of minus 7 squared. Wherever we have got a, we are going to put 2. So it's 4ac. So it's 4 by 2. In the denominator here, we also have 2. Right, like this. Then for c, we are going to substitute minus 11 like this. Then from here, we can now simplify. Minus 7 will give us positive 7. So it is now 7 plus or minus. If we simplify the discriminant under the square root here, we'll find 137, and this is divided by 4. Now the next thing is to split this plus or minus sign. We have two fractions here. The other one is adding, while the other one is subtracting. So we can split these two and write x is equals to 7 plus square root of 137 all over 4. Or x is equals to 7 minus the square root of 137 all over 4, like this. Then if we use the calculator to simplify these values, we will get something like this. Then if the degree of accuracy is specified, then you can round off these numbers. Right, let's move on to our next example. Since we cannot easily factorize this left hand side, we are going to use the universal method of solving quadratic equations, which is the use of the quadratic formula. Right, the quadratic formula also works even when the expression is vectors. Right, so let's state the formula here. Then the next thing is to state the values of a, b, and c. In this case, our a is always the coefficient of x squared, and the coefficient of x squared in this case is minus 7. Be careful of signs. Right, so we are saying a is minus 7. B is the coefficient of x, which is 3. C is the coefficient of x to the power 0, or the constant, which is 5. So you can write that down, right, like this. Then the next thing is to rewrite this formula as it is, but wherever we have got the letter of alphabet A, B, and C, we are going to put brackets like this. Then for B, wherever we have got B, we are going to write this 3 because B is equals to 3. So we are saying it's minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4a. A is minus 7, so we're substituting minus 7 for a. We also have a in the denominator, so we're going to write minus 7 here as well. Right, so then for C, we are going to put 5. So like this. If we simplify this, if we simplify what's under the square root 2, find minus 3 plus minus the square root of 149 all over minus 14. Right, now let's now split the fractions. We have two fractions here, the one which is adding and the other one which is subtracting. So it's minus 3 plus square root of 149 all over minus 14, or minus 3 minus root 149 all over minus 14. And if we use the calculator to simplify this, we find these values, and you can round them off to the required degree of accuracy, to the specified degree of accuracy. Right, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.